Good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the July 22nd regular meeting of the Mobile County Commission and call the meeting to order. If everyone would please stand for the invocation this morning, it'd be by Rabbi Silverman from the Conservative Synagogue, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. I'm Rabbi Steve Silverman of the Historic Synagogue Havas Chesed. I speak from the Hebrew tradition. A verse from Deuteronomy calls out to me today. Blessed are you who enter, blessed are you who exit. What an incredible privilege to be confident that as you enter, you, the officers of our fair community, are already blessed. And since the verse confidently states, blessed as you exit, it stands to reason that between the entry and the exit, while you're still in this room, you continue to be blessed as you address the needs of the people, all the people throughout Mobile County. And so to the staff and affiliated personnel, all are blessed because of the heartfelt devotion to our community. My prayer this day, O Creator of all life, Maker of all of us, Granter of all blessings, grant these servants of our shared community the strength, the clarity, and the resolve to carry out the governance of our community with reverence, that they and we may exit this room in blessings, and so may we all. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rabbi, for being here with us today. If we could, I'd like to take just a moment of silence to recognize the passing of Mr. Charles Hill. Mr. Hill was a groundskeeper at the Mobile County Government Plaza for over 13 years, and he passed away this past week, and his funeral services will be held on Saturday. So if we could just take a moment of silence for Mr. Hill and his family, please. Thank you so much. All right. I want to wish Jay Ross and Eddie Kerr celebrated birthdays this past week. So happy birthday. I think both of them, 65, 68, something like that. So, and welcome back. I guess both of you, welcome back. Ricky, welcome back. I told Kim to remind you guys that on Thursday, she held down the fort for you guys. But welcome back. I think we got a couple retirees. I'm not really sure who is here this morning, but I would like to announce their names. And if you are here, please come up front for a presentation. James Vorpal. James worked as a construction manager in public works and engineering and public works. He 21 years and 4 months. Calvin Richardson Sr. worked in heating and AC, mechanics and building maintenance for 22 years and 5 months. And Charles Smith, who worked in public service, supervisor 1 for engineering and public works. That's amazing. 34 years Mr. Smith did at the county commission. So, hey, good morning. How you doing? right, I think next we have some guests here from Love Your Community, and I'll turn it over to Commissioner Hudson.
We do. Thank you very much. We have some special guests with us today with the Love Your Community program, the coordinator, Evelyn D'Angelo. I think I see Diane Martin with Keep Mobile Beautiful. And you may have noticed today, we also, from the Alabama Institute of the Deaf and Blind, we have assisting with ASL Interpreter Services, Shanna Trim. Shanna, thank you for being here as well. We have 6 teams that are going to be recognized today for their efforts with the Love Your Community program and actually receive checks for those efforts. This is a win-win program for the community and for these and for us being able to help control litter in the community. And I know Evelyn is doing a fantastic job. I think one of our teams, the Cottage Hill Christian Academy, they may not make it today because they have Teacher Institute, and of course, school is about to start, so we certainly understand that. But with that said, I know we have the other 5 teams here, and you're going to tell us today about what they have accomplished, and we're going to make check presentations to each one. So, commissioners, I think at that particular time, when you're ready, we'll come down and get in their pictures.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
There we go. Thank you so much, Commissioner Hudson, and all the commissioners for your support for our Love Your Community program. It has continued to grow, and we just ran some recent numbers, and we've seen sustainability over our new teams, and then some teams, fade off, and then we have more teams, and so we are excited to continue to award and reward the teams that have been hardworking. So again, we have 3 financial categories. We have $500, $1,000, and $1,500. And so this morning, we're going to start off with a $500 check award to the Hope and Charity Coalition Group. It's led by Minister Alice Wells. They work in the Grand Bay community, and they have been doing a lot, Commissioner Dewitt, down in the Fernland community. And they actually have a big cleanup scheduled for August 10th. And so we are so excited to see a little bit more enthusiasm in that community. And they have been working so hard. So this is their first check. They are a new team who registered late last year, and Minister Wells has been doing a lot in that community. So today we're going to award them $500, and their funds are going to help with more cleanups and with this big cleanup that they're planning on hosting August 10th. So they'll receive a check for $500. And today also presenting checks is Taylor Rogers. She's our assistant project coordinator that's working with us at Love Your Community. And again, this is the Hope and Charity Coalition Group from the Grand Bay and Fernland community. Here we go. Y'all smile for Ms. Dina. Okay, great. And our next group, sticking with our District 3 group, is going to be our Loving Litter Pickup from the Bayou La Battery community. This group is led by Miss Candace Neal. And today she has City Councilwoman Miss Virginia with her today, and they're receiving $1,500 for their work. If you have not been through Bayou La Battery lately, you need to, go and see the new roundabout, figure out how to get through that, and then go see all of the beautiful work that this group has done. They got new fresh flowers in. Everything looks so great for the blessing, the ship blessing back in early summer, and so everything's been looking beautiful with their projects in Bayou La Battery, led by Miss Candace and Councilwoman Miss Virginia. Again, this one is for $1,500 for 145 hours. Thank you. And next we have Leroy. And then move into District 1, we have Mr. Leroy Rains. Leroy is a active member in his community, and this is his second award. He works near the Episcopal Church of the Good Shepherd, and back in December, he received his first award, and he has taken a real enthusiasm to picking up litter in District 1, and he has been working towards earning money to put on a display a beautiful brick memorial, and it will have landscaping around it right on the highway as you come by. And so it'll be out front of the Episcopal Church of the Good Shepherd. And so we are so proud of Leroy and his mom, Miss Rains, that's with us today for supporting his community. Again, this is $1,000 for 95 hours. Oh, you have somebody else joining you. Who is that? Oh, Miss Gloria Hill. Okay, thank you, Miss Gloria. Thank you. And so our next one is going to be, again, in District 1 today, is working up in the Citronelle community, is Miss Michelle Davis. Her organization, the Infinite Opportunities, has been working on restoring an old dilapidated hotel in that community. And I drove past there on my way to taking my daughter to Girl Scout camp this summer. And Miss Michelle, it looks amazing. Like it's like a whole new place up there. But they work on, is that Highway 45? Highway 45, they've been working on picking up trash and working on the litter there and getting that building restored. And so they have over 145 hours that they've been working on, and this is their second check as a team for $1,500. So we really, really appreciate your work in that community. And so our last two teams, one that couldn't be here today, I guess, is from Flow Claire 2, a neighborhood here just off Government Street. And they have been working really hard right in that community, picking up trash and made a big difference. But they're using their $1,500 towards landscaping of the median, that a small median that's not upkept by the city, and of installing and landscaping sago palms around the edge of the Flow Claire neighborhood. And then the sixth one that I mentioned for $1,500 is from District 2, our Cottage Hill Christian Academy. And they are using their funds towards an outdoor classroom and butterfly garden. So if you haven't seen what they've done with their funds from December, I'd love for you to drive by. They've got beautiful blue picnic benches and outdoor classrooms for their students there and for their teachers. And this will be an educational butterfly garden that the students will be putting in this fall. So we really appreciate them. Again, thank you, Commissioner Hudson, and everybody who's supporting this program. I think we've really seen growth across the county, and we love all of our volunteers.
Thank you, Evelyn.
All right. Sheree, do we have any speakers this morning?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Commissioners.
You have a presentation. You want to, let's do that
Yes,
first.
may I?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, please. So, last weekend, the weekend of the 12th, 13th, Commissioner Luggood was granted or awarded a Public Leadership in the Arts Award from the National Association of Counties and Americans for the Arts. This is a national award. It was presented to her twice at the NACO annual conference in Tampa, and she was formally recognized by the NACO Commission on Arts and Culture, Americans for the Arts, and the National Association of Counties. According to Americans for the Arts, investing in the arts as a public good can significantly boost local economies, enhance community well-being, and increase civic engagement, as evidenced by studies showing that cultural activities generate substantial economic returns, and foster social cohesion. The commission has a very long history of investing in the arts and proudly supporting the arts in our county. But we did want to acknowledge that Commissioner Ludgood received this national award because they shipped it to us we got it on Friday. And so this is the actual physical award she received from the National Association of Counties and Americans for the Arts, and we'll get to proudly place it in her office today. So, all right.
Well, let's I know how humble and shy she is, but let's make her come up front and let's give it to her and take a picture. How would that sound? Commissioner Ludgood always keeps us in the national spotlight with NACO. And so not only for your award that you received, but she keeps us in the spotlight for all national spotlight for all the good reasons. So thank you so much for all that you do in our community and your involvement with NACO. All right. Do we have any speakers?
Yes, sir. We have two speakers who have signed up to speak this morning, Anita Burks and Frank Harris. Each speaker may address the commission for up to 5 minutes. I'll alert each speaker when there are 30 seconds left on his or her time. The bell will ring at the 5-minute mark. If a commissioner asks someone to answer questions during the time, I will pause the timer and then I'll start it again when the person starts speaking again. And once your time has concluded, please return to your seat, and thank you for helping maintain an orderly meeting. So, Ms. Burks, if you'll come down to the mic, make sure to state your name and address for the record.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Anita Burks, and my address is 8615 Beverly Road Extension in Irvington, Alabama. And I'm here to try to open up a new start business for the South Mobile County area, for the needy, the homeless, and for the veterans. We see in this community out there, it's a need. We have people laying on outside of buildings. They are pulling food from the trash. They in front of a lot of business, walking back and forth homes. And we trying to open up a facility for these people in order for them to get back on track with the society. In this program, the Outreach Center, I am asking that the county commissioner, if they will, assist us with a full grant in order for us to reach the need of these people. All of these people in the South Mobile County area, they do pay taxes in the county. They pay taxes in the city. I also reached out to some of the people that live in the Mobile County, South Mobile County area, and they did written up a petition. I have 2 signatures of different ones, and I have more to pick up. They feel as though it is a need, but once we get the program established, it will improve the access to employment, education, the economy opportunity to provide such as food, clothing, resources for housing, counseling, medical illness, and addiction, but that is not limited. We need some kind of assistance down on that end. We do not have it on the South Mobile County area. I do understand all of these things are implemented in the city limits, but we are asking and pleading that the county work with us in order for us to open a facility on our end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Mr. Frank Harris. Mr. Harris, if you'll approach the podium, please be sure to speak into the mic and begin your comments with your name and address for the record. And again, you have 5 minutes, and I'll remind you when your time is getting close.
Good morning. My name is Frank Harris, and I live at Dawes Lake Boulevard. As well, this is my third time coming here. I came here on May 28th, came in May 25th as a speaker. I'm having a problem with so much traffic in my neighborhood. It's hard for me to go to my mailbox and get my mail out my mailbox. Also, raking leaves and stuff like that. I'm gonna get hit by cars constantly, even by a school bus, matter of fact. And it's a problem for me, matter of fact. Now, I have a letter from a blind person who's at my house, almost got hit several times. And I've also brought to Mr. Dewitt attention. I've been here, this is my third time. I have not had a meeting with him. The last time I was here was on June 25th, we were supposed to have a meeting. So to call you on arrange a meeting, that never happened. I've been working this for about 3 years now. It shouldn't have to take that long like that. You can send a man to the moon or something like this, you can fix my street. I asked for a rumble strip, and they said that it would make too much noise. You put me in the right place, it won't be no noise. I'm the only house on that block. So the only place would be noise would be at my house. I don't have no problem with that. I need something to be done right away. I've been waiting too long. I've talked to Brad Whitman, and also I talked to Ms. Sanderson. Actually, I sent a text, I called and left a message on the machine now. She never did call me back. I left something on Howard Ferry Road, which is part of the public works. And they also said they sent the stuff down to Ms. Sanderson. I have not gotten a return call from nobody. It don't make sense. What happened? Did somebody die, get killed before you do something? That department supposed to prevent safety for all the citizens and stuff like that. That's not happening. What do I do next? Is I'm doing something wrong? I'm giving you an example where people have rumble strips. And also you can paint something on the highway. They're not doing that. Do I need to buy my own signs and put them up there? That's really not my job. That's not my area of expertise. I'm sure the people in this department can go and look in their toolbox and find something that's agreeable to all of us. I'm not actually spending a whole bunch of money and nothing like that. I'm not actually redesign the highway. You know, it don't make sense. What do I need to do now? I've come to Mr. Dewitt for answers. I haven't gotten any answers. Can I get a meeting while I'm here today or something so we can set up a meeting in the future? Can we do that? Which was promised to me?
I'd be more than happy to do that, and I know that I have called you several times since you were here the last time, but I want to address when you tell me that you haven't received answers, and I think the engineering department and Brad in particular will disagree that we've given you plenty of options and plenty of answers, including we've sent the sheriff's office out there on numerous occasions.
You said one time when the last time I was here. I remember what you said. Okay. And then he said he couldn't find nobody to talk to. I'm the only house on that block there. He could talk to me. You have my information, my phone number, and my email.
Who talked to you, Brad? I think Brad's had numerous conversations with you.
No, he been out there one time. One time. We had maybe conversation by email a couple of times. I had to bend his arm, stretch him, even to come out here to my house. And even with you, I haven't been able to get a meeting with you at all. And also his department.
Brad, how many times have you been to Dawes Lake subdivision? No.
Had you talked to me? How many times did you talk to me? Do you remember? One time. And when you come to my house, you didn't park in front of my driveway or also on my street. You park on the street on the side because it's dangerous. Right now, school going to be coming up real soon. The buses had to swing out. When they swing out, They almost hit me up on raking leaves or cutting my grass. That don't make sense. I need somebody to come out there and look at it. We can talk as we agreed to when I was here last time on June 25th. The meeting that was happened. Matter of fact, last Monday, I left a note on your desk there. I came to your office and for you to call me. Never happened. That's you, Mr. Stewart.
Danny, am I missing you somewhere in the building? Would you get with Mr. Harris?
Yes.
And you have my calendar with you and put a specific date and time on my calendar that I can go out and meet with Mr. Harris and get with Brad and make sure that he can accompany me. And we will come out and meet you. Whatever date she puts on my calendar today, we will come out. And it could possibly this week if I have anything available.
Okay. When can I? You gonna give me a date today or what?
Sir.
Danny's going to meet you at the top of the atrium here. And Brad, if you don't mind joining her so we can coordinate our dates at the same time to go out and meet.
That'll be fine then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. No more speakers.
Mr. Harris, thank you for being here. I know it's frustrating.
It is.
But I'll assure you that it's being looked at and been looked at, but I'll be more than happy to come out and look again.
I will, because I shouldn't have to be going through this. This is not the right format, I know. But I don't have no other choice, though.
What was our first speaker's name? Miss Burke. I'm going to have Gordon, if you don't mind. Can you? I'm sorry, but can you go back? Where are you guys attempting to open up a facility somewhere in South Mobile County? Is that what I understood? Have you guys set up a 5013C or anything like that, or? To give what now? Well, I don't know about a full grant. Gordon is our grants coordinator, and Gordon, can you maybe, I hate to catch you off guard, but could you be prepared? Okay. Could you give us a little bit of information on what kind of grants or programs we may could assist Ms. Burks and her organization with, please?
Sure. Good morning. So,
Gordon, would you mind coming up to the microphone up here?
Sure.
Thank
We'll
you.
put you in the limelight this morning. What part of, I heard that you're from Irvington. What part of South Mobile County are you guys considering a facility? And I heard you say something about the city of Mobile has. Oh, okay. And we do. I mean, not to undermine what you're saying, but we do contribute to a lot of organizations who have outreach programs for the homeless. I have personally, because I am from Tillman's Corner, Theodore. My parents still live in that area, and I do realize that there is an issue. And I have been out with several organizations to many of those camps around the Lowe's and Walmart, Tillman's Corner, Rangeline Road area, and actually boots on the ground in those camps, trying to facilitate some help for those the people down there. So I'm familiar, and you're 100% correct. I'm not undermining what you're saying. I see the problem to the point that my mother is almost afraid to shop at the Walmart in Tillman's Corner because of the situation up there. So, but I'll let Gordon address this, and maybe Gordon can get with you and explain what actions you need to take to be eligible to receive funding from grants from Mobile County. Yeah. Well, let's let. Gordon, thank you.
Sure. So the county, as you said, does provide a significant amount of money to public services and the creation of affordable housing on a yearly basis. The county provides a little over $750,000 to nonprofits throughout the county for various services on a yearly basis, and that's not including the commissioner-specific funds that are allocated to those agencies. Now, the county does not receive specific funds for homelessness at this time. The ESG grant was a one-year thing that we received last year, and we no longer receive that grant. So there is no funding specifically for homelessness, but we do have generic grant funds that can be allocated to those types of agencies. I have spoken to Ms. Burks multiple times over the last few weeks about the minimum requirements that would need to be met to be eligible for funding. The main one of those is setting up a 501c3 agency, but I'd be happy to meet with her afterward and discuss those requirements in more detail, as well as any certifications or licenses she would need to open up that kind of facility. As far as Housing First, they do provide a lot of the services to homelessness in the county, placing homeless individuals into permanent housing, but what they do not do is operate overnight shelters, which is what I believe Ms. Burks wants to open.
Thank you, Gordon.
Gordon, does operating overnight shelter require special licenses from the state?
It does, yes, ma'am. You have to get specially certified through Department of Human Services for that.
Any more?
Gordon, and I know you just left. So what services are available at this time to help with this homelessness problem, which seems to be growing?
So there's two kinds of assistance that are mainly being provided right now. It's rapid rehousing and homelessness prevention. So rapid rehousing is taking people who are currently homeless and putting them into permanent housing, paying their rent, putting them into an apartment complex. Homelessness prevention is people who are about to, let's say, be evicted and become homeless, keeping them in their current house.
So how are these funded, and who's operating this?
So there's a few agencies operating them. Housing First is one of the main ones. And the county, when we received ESG funding, we provided the funding to them, but we no longer receive it.
Why was the ESG funding stopped?
There's a formula that HUD uses to decide who gets that funding or not, but the main criteria is population, the population of homeless individuals in that area.
So it didn't meet the threshold on population?
Apparently not. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so but we reapply on this every year?
It's automatically given to us if we qualify. We don't have to apply.
I see.
The city of Mobile qualify? Because I think most of the places where Ms. Burke is referring to, Theodore and Tillman's Corner, is in the city of Mobile. So are they receiving those funds at
They
the
do.
city?
Yes, sir. They receive them every year.
So the city has the ability through those funds to look at these areas and provide some additional assistance there?
If it's within the city limits, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
No more speakers.
Thank you. Mr. Eddie Kerr.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Item 1, approve minutes of the regular meeting of April 22nd, 2024.
So moved.
Second?
2, approve a list of claims.
So moved.
Second?
3, hold public hearing so any citizen of the county shall be given an opportunity to be heard for or against any item related to the statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance report.
The public hearing is now in session. Are there any comments for or against? Seeing none, the public hearing is now closed.
4, approve customer service agreement with Logical Computer Solutions for monitoring and managing a disaster recovery backup system for Catalyst software application in the amount of $1,000 per month for 3 years pending legal review.
So moved.
Second?
5, approve appropriation contract with United Methodist Intercity Mission in the amount of $10,000 from District 1 Education Funds for its after-school tutorial and summer enrichment program at Taylor Park Community Center.
So moved.
Second?
6, approve amending professional services contract with Michael Campbell, archivist, to increase the contract amount from $17,500 to $22,500 for additional funds in the amount of $5,000 from District 1 Education Funds to preserve and catalog historical information and images related to the sites of the Civil Rights and Cultural Heritage Trail.
So moved.
Second?
7, approve sponsorship agreement with University of South Alabama JAG Gals in an amount of $550 from District 2 Education Funds for its sports social event.
So moved.
Second?
8, approve appointment of Kimberly Newberry Sanderson as county engineer effective July 22nd.
So moved.
Second?
Congratulations, Kim.
Nine, approve appointment of OCL L. Elortegui as the Americans with Disability Act coordinator.
So moved.
Second?
10, approve amending 2024 capital improvement plan to create project equipment upgrades to Metro Jail Sewer System in an amount of $3,393,819.35. This amendment creates new project equipment upgrades to Metro Jail Sewer System and allocates said funds from 2024 capital improvement plan budget.
So moved.
Second?
11, award bid to construction labor services for equipment upgrades to Metro Jail Sewer System for their total bid in the amount of $4,197,500 to be paid from funding resources as follows.
So moved.
Second?
12, approve change order number 1 with LLCH for forward fly remediation measures at Mobile Government Plaza. The change order will decrease the contract by $5,000, and the new contract will be in the total amount of $185,143.44.
So moved.
Second?
13, approve change order number 1 with Bill Smith Electric for installation of emergency generator at Africatown Heritage House. The change order will decrease the contract by $5,000, and the new contract will be in the total amount of $189,100.
So moved.
Second.
14, authorize advertising for bids, service contract elevator maintenance and service at various county facilities.
So moved.
Second.
15, approve subrecipient agreement between the Mobile County Commission and the town of Dauphin Island to supply West End beach ambassadors to engage with and educate visitors as to how to interact with the local wildlife in ways that do not harm nesting activities and the threatened or endangered species on the island in the amount of $136,500 to be paid from the National Resource Damage Assessment, pending legal review.
So moved.
Second.
Hey, will you talk about that for just a few
Certainly.
seconds?
Good morning. Back in 2019, early 2020, the Alabama Technical Interagency Group was putting together the plan to spend, this is oil spill dollars, natural resource damage assessment is one oil spill pot. I'm over
Can you
here.
bring it closer to?
Certainly.
Okay.
So these funds, the NERDA funds, are resulting from the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. And they were allocated back in 2019 in a restoration plan developed by the Technical Interagency Group. They call for the county to support acquisition of the West End and the development of a management plan. And this management plan, so this took years, of course, finally have a management plan with some stewardship activities in it. And the first thing to do is to help the people understand how important the West End is to the environment, as well as to our local residents that visit and visitors that come from out of town. So this is just to help the town. The grant at the time was in the plan, the county was identified as the recipient. So we're finishing up the little bit of money that remains and helping the town get a head start on stewardship.
Thank you.
16, approve contract between Mobile County Commission and FTI Consulting to provide actuarial services, analyzing historic data to determine appropriate rates for general liability, workers' compensation, and automobile insurance coverage.
So moved.
Second.
17, approve professional services contract between Mobile County Commission and Rec Desk to provide reservations and other customer support to patrons of the Mobile County Park System in the amount of $2,950 annually, pending legal review.
So moved.
Second.
18, approve subrecipient agreement between Mobile County Commission and the Child Advocacy Center for counseling services for child abuse victims and their affected families in the amount of $25,000 to be reimbursed to the county from Community Development Block Grant funds.
So moved.
Second.
19, approve no-cost grant amendment to extend the period of performance to January 31st, 2025 for Project Mount Vernon Water Treatment Plant upgrades.
So moved.
Second.
20, adopt resolution assenting to vacation by Mason Hills of a portion of right-of-way at Wheatcroft Road Extension East as shown on the map prepared by Poly Surveying.
So moved.
Second.
21 was voted at conference. 22, approve renewal of contract with TDA Consulting for professional, technical, and expert services for the home program.
So moved.
Second.
23, approve professional services contract with Jubilee HR Consultants in the amount of up to $48,000 for a term of 5 months to provide additional human resource consulting services in accordance with Statement of Work Number 2, pending final legal review.
So moved.
Second.
24, award bid to Bill Smith Electric for practice field lighting for Tanner Williams Community Park for their total bid in the amount of $109,300.
So moved.
Second.
25, approve appropriation contract with Junior Achievement of Mobile in the amount of $1,000 from District 2 Education Funds for its Inspiring Tomorrows program.
So moved.
Second.
26, approve right of entry permit for Tenaska Services to access the county-maintained portion of Andrew Road, beginning at Highway 43 and Andrew Road and extending approximately 1,233 linear feet to perform seismic testing and the associated Gopher Tortoise survey as required by the Endangered Species Act.
So moved.
Second.
27, award bid to P.L. Russell for Africatown Heritage House drainage improvements for their bid in the amount of $99,314.60.
So moved.
Second.
28, approve assignment to Duplantis Design Group for Soccer Complex Phase 2A concession stand and restroom in the amount of $138,500 for design, bidding, and project administration.
So moved.
Second.
29, authorize amendment to the subrecipient agreement with Family Counseling Center of Mobile, doing business as Lifeline Counseling Services, regarding community development block grant funds to provide homeowner counseling to eligible participants within the urban county to extend the term of the agreement until July 31st.
So moved.
Second.
30, approve professional services contract with JJPR Agency for community engagement and outreach for the town of Dauphin Island's West End Bird Conservation and Management Plan.
So moved.
Second.
31, approve request of the City of Pritchard District 1 Council member Annie Williams to use the 8 Mile Shopping Center parking lot at no charge for her annual Back to School giveaway event on Saturday, August 24th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
32, approve agreement between the Mobile County Commission and 10X Software Solutions to provide software and support to the probate judge for verifying voter eligibility and other supporting services for the November 2024 election for a 3-year term at the date of execution in the amount of $181,845
So moved.
requested by probate.
Second.
33, adopt resolution assenting to the vacation by Master Boat Builders of a portion of right-of-way at Bayshore Street as shown on the map prepared by Poly Surveying.
So moved.
Second.
34, adopt resolution assenting to vacation by Master Boat Builders, Johnson's Sea Products, and Sean and Michelle Johnson Properties of a portion of the right-of-way at Bayshore Street as shown on the map prepared by Poly Surveying.
So moved.
Second.
35, adopt resolution assenting to vacation by Espeller Properties and Dirk Johnson of a portion of right-of-way at Deacle Lane as shown on the map prepared by Poly Surveying.
So moved.
Second.
36, consider taking the following action on bids.
So moved.
Second.
37, approve purchase of licenses from Samsara under the Cooperative Purchasing Sourcewell contract in the amount of $74,563.80 for a 15-month license for 187 forward-facing dash cameras for the Public Works Department.
So moved.
Second.
38, approve appropriation contract with Rosa A. Lott Historic Preservation Society in the amount of $5,000 from District 1 Education Funds for its annual Green and White Gala fundraiser.
So moved.
Second.
39, authorize subrecipient agreement with Legal Services Alabama in the amount of up to $64,000 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide civil legal assistance through a homelessness prevention project.
So moved.
Second.
40 was voted at conference. 41, authorize subrecipient agreement with Ozanam Charitable Pharmacy in the amount of up to $35,000 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide payment assistance for prescription medications.
So moved.
Second.
42, authorize subrecipient agreement with Penelope House in the amount of up to $15,000 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide services and programs for victims of intimate partner violence.
So moved.
Second.
43, authorize subrecipient agreement with the South Alabama Regional Planning Commission in the amount of up to $10,200 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide home-delivered meals from the Grand Bay Sale Senior Center.
So moved.
Second.
44, authorize subrecipient agreement with the City of Sims in the amount of up to $50,000 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide staff cost for the Sims Senior Center.
So moved.
Second.
45, authorize subrecipient agreement with Family Counseling Center of Mobile in the amount of up to $5,000 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide services for sexual assault victims and their families through its Rape Crisis Center.
So moved.
Second.
46, authorize subrecipient agreement with Family Counseling Center of Mobile in the amount of up to $6,700 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide home buyer counseling through its program known as Consumer Credit Counseling Service of Mobile.
So moved.
Second.
47, authorize subrecipient agreement with Boys and Girls Clubs of South Alabama in the amount of up to $30,000 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide comprehensive 6-week youth enrichment summer programs.
So moved.
Second.
48, authorize subrecipient agreement with Family Promise of Coastal Alabama in the amount of up to $3,000 Community Development Block Grant funds to provide services for homeless persons.
So moved.
Second.
49, approve professional services agreement with Hilltop Securities for the calculation of bond rebate reports in the amount of $7,750.
So moved.
Second.
50, approve agreement with law enforcement agencies for grant funds for traffic enforcement only covered under the Community Traffic Safety Program for the state designated counties and programs as follows.
So moved.
Second.
51, approve preliminary and final plat of Heron Bay Estates.
So moved.
Second.
52, approve amending contract for Mobile County Soccer Complex practice fields and parking area between the Mobile County Commission and Duplantis Design Group due to scope changes in the project requirements. The revised project description will read as Mobile County Soccer Complex Phase 2 4 permanent fields and parking area.
So moved.
Second.
53, approve professional services contract with Roberts Civil Engineering to provide condition ratings of pavement, sidewalks, curb, gutters, and roadway striping along Mobile County roads in the amount of $87,500.
So moved.
Second.
54, approve commitment letter for strengthening mobility and revolutionizing transportation program funding application in partnership with the Alabama Department of Transportation and the City of Mobile. The funds will be used for advanced technology upgrades at signalized intersections to improve traffic operations and reduce traffic congestion. This application does not include a financial commitment from Mobile County.
So moved.
Second.
53, adopt resolution number 1, approving engineers' maps and reports containing preliminary details in connection with the construction and improvement of certain hard surface roads, hard surface bridges, and surface water drainage facilities, and specifying certain details respecting improvements referred to in said engineering reports for the Mobile County Commission 2024 Transportation Pay-As-You-Go program and amount of bonds proposed to be issued therefore.
So moved.
Second.
Kim, did you want to, I know we have a couple more items about pay-as-you-go. Did you want to take a moment to say anything else? I know we thanked everyone on Thursday for their hard work and pay-as-you-go, but I just want to give you an opportunity because I know you worked so hard on this project and give you an opportunity to say whatever you want to say about it.
Well, thank you, Commissioner. Well, it's an enormous program and it's an enormous asset to Mobile County. This program contains 36 projects. Some of these are relisted projects, some of these are brand new projects, and some of these are projects that we bring in a smaller amount of county money to bring in larger amounts of federal money. So while this program itself is $82 million, it is bringing in more than that because it's being used as leverage in matching programs. As I said Thursday, there were people to thank that have really helped me here in the end because, as y'all know, Brian retired a few months ago, and this has been our first go without him. But this whole program from the very beginning involves multiple departments, multiple people. I couldn't begin to thank everybody, but it's an enormous effort on behalf of a lot of people, and I feel like it's an excellent program, and I'm excited about these projects.
Thank you, and again, I want to say thank you and your staff and your team. I mean, I know this is probably a year-round job if you really looked at what goes into it, and I know that once we get towards the end, it really tightens up and becomes a lot more work. So thank you and thank your team. And I interrupt. I don't think we passed that yet.
No.
I don't think we had. I don't think we had passed that number.
I think
50 what, Eddie?
Yes, we did approve
Okay.
55.
Okay. Sorry.
56, adopt resolution number 2 to approve publication of notice pursuant to requirements of Alabama law for the Mobile County Commission 2024 Transportation Pay-As-You-Go program.
so moved.
Second.
57, adopt resolution number 3 calling for a special election by the electors of Mobile County on the question of the issuance of $82 million principal amount of pay-as-you-go road, bridge, and drainage facilities bonds of the county and levy of a tax for the payment thereof for the Mobile County Commission 2024 Transportation Pay-As-You-Go program.
So moved.
Second.
58, approve non-reimbursable agreement for the relocation of utility facilities on public right-of-way with South Alabama Utilities for project Monroe Lane Grade Drain Base and Pave. There is no cost to Mobile County for this relocation.
So moved.
Second.
59, recommend assenting to the county's engineer's approval of an extension of the approval for the preliminary plat for 1 year from the previous date of approval as follows: Heritage Lake Phase 2B and 2C.
So moved.
Second.
60, authorize advertising and receiving bids from Mobile County Soccer Complex Phase 2 for permanent fields and parking area.
So moved.
Second.
61, approve functional reclassification of the road as follows: Walker Lane Residential from Broad Branch Road to end of maintenance.
So moved.
Second.
62, approve application to the Alabama Department of Transportation for fiscal year 2025 Local Road Safety Initiative funding.
So moved.
Second.
63, adopt resolution and approve agreement authorizing Alabama Power Company to provide power for a new traffic signal and street lights at one new signalized intersection, Snow Road North at Blackwell Nursery Road South.
So moved.
Second.
64, approve Mobile County fiscal year 2024 County Rebuild Alabama Contractor Report in accord with Act 2019-2 Rebuild Alabama Act.
So moved.
Second.
And Commissioners, there is one add-on this morning. Add-on number 1, adopt resolution amending the Mobile County Commission conference and meeting schedule to be revised as follows: change the time of the regular meeting on August 12th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
So moved.
Second.
Item 65, commission announcements and/or comments.
Commissioner. I just want to make one quick announcement. I see Danny Cordy here, and if I mess this up, Danny, you can correct me, but the Mobile Sports Authority will be hosting the 2024 Game Time National Sports Alabama Sugar Bowl football tournament. That's a lot to say, Danny. You need to shorten that name up a little bit. Is that right? Did I say it right? Okay. We'll disregard they won't be holding that tournament this weekend, and I'll I'll rescind that. So I'm glad you were here. So, that's all I have, Eddie.
We do have indigent care.
Yes, we do have an indigent care board meeting.
66, approve request of motion to adjourn until August 12th, 2024.
So moved.
Second?
All right, we stand adjourned until August the 12th, 2024 at 11 a.m. We just changed that. Make sure you mark your calendar 11 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. All right. Guess we'll call the indigent care board meeting to order. Did I do that right, Eddie? Or are you supposed to make some announcement?
Item 1, approve minutes of the meeting of June 24th, 2024.
So moved.
Second?
2, accept report from Mobile County Commission of the balance of the Indigent Care Fund at June 30th. Funds available, $199,188.51. A check was received on June 26th from the Oil and Gas Taxes to the Indigent Care Fund in the amount of $31,069.85 and deposited on June 28th.
So moved.
Second?
3, approve disbursement of the Indigent Care Fund cash receipts on June 12th for the periods of April 2024 through June 2024 to the following entities and the following amounts.
So moved.
Second?
4, approve request for motion to adjourn until August 26th.
So moved.
Second?
We stand adjourned. This isn't a public announcement. LeBaron or Michelle, and I want to ask, I think I can hear what we're saying pretty well, but I think everybody that spoke from out there today, I could hear, but I couldn't really understand a lot. Is that the sentiment of everybody here today? Could y'all hear yourselves? Because I can hear us fine through the system, but I can't hear, like when different people spoke at the podium, and even when you were reading the agenda, it was pretty muffled.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay. LeBaron, if you could check that out wherever you're at not for today, of course, but for the next time we come together. Thank you. Is that what
You
y'all are
can't
doing?
hear Eddie?
Yeah.
It's kind of coming